Boot, boot. I think we're here. Ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Woo! Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to X Planet Live. My name is Lionel Miranda, and with me today, we have Mr. Michael Sabetti.
Thanks for having me.
Woo!
Looking forward to talking some gargants today.
Yes, that's right. Wow, you're so proper.
I know.
Look
I
at
know. I'm so good at this. I am so good at this. It's not
Tonight,
even fun.
we're in front of a live studio audience. Studio audience? Yes. Woo! Yes, that's right. We're going to have a lot of fun because why? We're talking about Sons of Behemat. That's why. And if you have not heard of Sons of Behemat, they are the largest range of models currently in the AOS range. I think we can comfortably say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think anything's bigger than a Meg.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, you could make the argument for the Spirit of the Mountain, Lumina. It's a mountain.
They're tall, and then there's Glockin. But as an army, it's not an army of Glockins.
Glockin's not as cool as this. Just, I'm sorry.
I know, just
not.
You could be wrong, but you are not going to be wrong about Sons of Behemat. So let's talk about Sons of Behemat. All right. Well, first off, before we get into all that, you got into the hobby, we're going to say relatively recently?
AOS 2 and a bit years now. Two and a bit years ago. But I played a lot of, so I started out kind of hobbying back when I was in elementary school, high school.
Yes,
I walked into Games Workshop, first time square one, as a young lad, as they say. Basically begged my mom and dad to buy me these little cool toys. And so I started playing, I played a lot of Warhammer Fantasy back in the day, and then they kind of blew up the old world.
They did.
And kind of right as 8th edition was kind of ending, I heard about this little store called X Planet Games that all the cool kids were going to.
All the cool kids.
All the cool kids, apparently. So then I met Lionel, and oddly enough, I didn't really play a ton of Warhammer at your old store. I got hooked on Magic the Gathering. That's where my Magic the Gathering addiction started.
Yeah.
And then they kind of blew up the old world, but it also kind of coincided with me going away for university and starting adulting, kind of as they say. And but then kind of randomly out of nowhere, I didn't even know you had moved. And I was just driving past here to pick up my dad because his car was in the shop. And I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize that store name. What is it doing here? So I just walk in and whatever, and you weren't here. Deeds was working at the time.
Okay.
And I'm just like, holy, he's here now? What the? And I didn't know who Deeds was. He was just kind of this gigantic human being.
Man mountain.
Man mountain. And I saw guys playing Magic and whatever. And this was kind of COVID lockdowns were kind of we were allowed to leave the house, basically.
I was before that. It was before COVID.
No, it was after.
Was it after?
It was after, yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It was after that.
Okay,
I know,
man.
It's been a while.
COVID just warps time and space.
Yeah, it does. It had been probably 6 or 7 years since I last touched it. Previously, before I walked in the store, the last played Warhammer. So anyway, so I came to the store and started playing Magic again, told myself, I'm just going to play a little Magic the Gathering. That's it. I'm not going to go too hard in the paint with this. And then I just became a degenerate playing Magic. And then one day, Lana was like, you know what, Spetty? There's this game. It's called Age of Sigmar. I think you'd like it. And I'm like, no, not a chance. And then he finally convinced me to play it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to play one army, and I'm going to play super casually.
Yes.
Lumineth. Right. So I bought Lumineth because I was a high elf player back in the day. And so I'll never forget, get my army, get it all painted. My very first game.
We had a great game.
Some would say that. He's like, I'm going to teach you how to play. He smashed me into the ground so hard. I've never been beaten that bad in a game in my life. It was annihilation.
Okay, so wait a second. He's a little overstating this a little bit.
No.
So he's so used to playing Warhammer, right?
Yes.
He wasn't used to play with objectives.
That is true. I was used to play all kill points.
He camped on this side of the table. I took the middle, scored, and then I scored again. Then I scored again.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm not dying. It's like, no, you're not dying. Scored again.
And I just lost the game.
And then lost the game.
I think at the time the scores, it was AOS 3, kind of like the back end of 3, and the scores, I think I lost 28-1.
It wasn't that bad.
It was bad.
It was
I think
not
I scored one.
The thing
point.
is, I explained it, but he didn't appreciate it
No,
necessarily
I did
at the
not.
time.
I did
He
not.
got caught up in just trying to kill.
Yeah.
And that's a very natural thing, honestly. If you're coming from
Yeah.
the background of Warhammer.
Yeah, it was all just kill and don't die.
Right. And then we
So,
played another game, much
Yeah.
better,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then just got really into it and really started. Warhammer, I found what I loved about Age of Sigmar was the game itself is not complicated to learn. Like the rules are not too complicated. What is
It's a miniature game.
yes,
Yeah. So it's going to be a little complicated,
but
we're
it's
all
not
gonna-
crazy.
It's not crazy.
Right? It's not like Warhammer Fantasy where there was like a rule book like this thick and it was
There was a lot.
yeah.
There was a lot happening.
What I loved about AOS was the minutia aspects of the game, like the little tricks and strategies you could do once you get a truly deeper understanding of the game. That's what I truly fell in love with. And then I totally decided to stay a casual player and only play one army.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
See, most people, Lionel, would say that when you're trying to introduce somebody to a new game, you let them win, you treat them with kid
Okay, so
gloves.
this is what you do.
But no, he just decided to go, this is the X Planet Games experience. You suck. Get good. And then I was hooked. Lit the fire.
As a salesman goes, what I do is I judge the person I'm playing, and then I execute in the way I think that person's going to enjoy. And I wasn't wrong.
Unfortunately, no. But it's okay. But here we are. Here we are.
So you started off with Lumineth.
Lumineth, yes, that was my first.
That was the very first army I remember, and he was like, honestly, you painted a ton of it.
I actually did. Yeah.
Yeah, you painted a ton of it, and then you're like, so proud, actually. And I remember you being so proud. You rock it across the table. We played our game. We played the first game, was a little bit rocked. Second game, much better.
Yeah.
Right? But you weren't quite satisfied.
No.
No, you weren't quite satisfied. So then one of the local channels, was streaming. And that's George's channel. It's Season War. If you haven't checked it out, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? One of the coolest battle report channels for AOS ever. Great channel. Anyway, they were doing a stream, so you decided to call in.
Yeah, as a joke. So I
joke.
super chatted.
Yeah.
I paid money for this. I think I paid like $20. And I specifically asked them, what army should I play to make Lionel want to hate the game, hate himself?
Yes.
And
Ridge
and Jordan, having known Lionel for a while, said play Seraphon, who at the time was arguably the most broken army in the game. I wouldn't even say arguably. So I, next day, go on Facebook Marketplace and just happened to find a lovely individual who was selling a Seraphon army. And I bought it basically. So that was about probably 4 or 5 months after I started.
I was even 4. I don't even know if it was 4.
I think it was 4.
I don't even remember. I don't even think it was 4. I think
I can't remember.
After playing those 2 test games, it was far too close. He was
No,
just like,
I wasn't that. No, it wasn't that bad because remember I went to Clash with you guys. My army wasn't even ready yet.
Yeah,
But they allow unpainted models. I'd been playing. We played our game.
Yes,
I played against Mark Polinsky for my second game.
Yeah.
And then everyone's going to Quebec for Clash, and I'm like, I'll come.
And they just dove in.
Yeah.
Very
and
first
I was
tournament.
second from top table. I was I had no idea what I was basically doing. I'm like,
pretty
all
awesome.
right. It's like, all right.
It was pretty good. Long story short, as we're going into this, as Sabedi progresses through it, you are an excellent player. And you identify armies that, what's the word you'd use, that click with you, right?
Yeah.
Sabedi doesn't like playing the best army in the meta. You wouldn't be playing Sons if you're playing
Except
the best
when I
army.
played Seraphon just to make you mad. But that was when I was young and inexperienced.
He hates losing.
No, I hate losing to you. There's a difference. I don't mind losing. I hate losing to you.
Yeah. In any case, I mean, Sons kind of came out of nowhere. Why Sons? Like, you're going from Lumineth, Seraphon, which were all
Stormcast.
top meta armies at their own respective times. Sons, when you got into it, was not a top meta army.
No, it was definitely nearing probably the bottom third, bottom half. And basically the biggest reason why I got into it was I wanted to play an army that So every army play, like you said, Luminous, Seraphon,
Yeah.
ridiculously long hero phases.
Yes.
Magic phase.
Yes.
Very reliant on magic and spells. So I wanted to play an army that...
Guys, this is a while ago. This is like third
edition. End of
second, third?
No, third. I've only been playing since
It's just
kind
third.
of middle
Yeah,
of third.
third
onward.
edition. All right.
So back then, like, you would routinely have hero phases with like 12 or 13 casts. Hero phase would take forever. And
Those were the days.
Yeah, I'm happy those are gone. So, and then I decided, and kind of in fourth, I'm like, okay, I want to play something new, and I don't have a destruction army. I wanted to play destruction, and I still have a hero phase, but not quite the same. You know, Mr. Broad
Not
over here.
quite the same?
Not quite the same.
Not quite the same.
But I also wanted, all the armies I had played historically were more kind of like a little bit, there's like techie, like not just get in your face and kind of beat you down.
Yeah.
But I still wanted some element of techiness after too. I didn't just want to. Now a lot of people are going to think, oh, you're playing Sons of Behemat. I kind of agree in third edition. That's how Sons of Behemat played. You just kind of sat on a point and kind of beat face.
Sort of. Yeah, even at their peak, like I remember when Sons came out and in their channels are saying that, you know, Sons couldn't do any damage. All they did was stand on circles. I remember Yuri absolutely beating the crap out of anybody who squared. Man, that guy was so good at Warhammer.
It was great.
He was great at
Still
Warhammer.
not bad.
Still, he's all right. It goes up and down depending on the army. Anyway, Giants just kicking teeth in.
They were really good.
And they're just raw stats. Just raw stats. Raw wounds, raw damage.
And back then, there just wasn't as much damage in the game as there is now.
Yes.
I think, especially when I started playing, there like taking down a gargant a turn was very difficult. Like it was actually a challenge for most
It was
armies.
very difficult. Yeah.
And you had to focus basically everything.
Yeah.
And even then, you might not have done it, and then you could have lost the game if you left on a few wounds. Nowadays, where we are on 4th edition, they don't play like that. Almost every army, except maybe Nurgle. Just kidding, Nurgle can do it. Can
if I put my entire army.
Yeah, your forward moving army.
The entire army into one.
Maybe.
And then no element dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But the vast majority of armies in the game have the output to take down a gargant a turn. So the days of just kind of just standing on circles and just grinding relentlessly, I think are gone.
Yeah.
And so part of the reason why I like gargants now is because I can't just sit on the circles and just full send every game.
Right.
I have to pick my battles. I like to add some techie units, like which we'll talk about later, that are not actually gargants. Just now that I feel, in my opinion, they're at a point where there's some strategic play to them, where it's not just sit on circles, and which to me is quite boring.
Yes.
So, but still a nice army where everything, and it's also nice to have an army where every single one of my units is threatened.
Yeah.
You cannot just ignore anything, because at any moment of time, they will just lift your unit.
Yeah.
Right? So I project a lot of power while still having that tactical element to it. So.
Yeah, the projection of power is the combination. Well, we're going to talk about it in more detail in a little bit, but their base movement at 10 is, especially when combined with Kragnos, we'll just say that.
Yeah.
That orange donkey makes this army just explode.
Very good.
We've said it a gajillion times on this channel. I'll say it again. Kragnos just lifts. He who lifts destruction on his back. Boy, oh boy, is it. You have played a game without Kragnos.
I have. It's night and day different. Like it's insane. Again, we'll talk about it later of like why I like Kragnos in the army so much. But I think it's fairly transparent in that, again, like I was saying, because we are no longer tanky enough. Like a 35 wound 4-up save is no longer survivable. Like that goes down quite easily. And because I need to be able to project my power at a safe distance.
Yes.
And that's what Kragnos does.
Yes.
That's why I love him so much, and I think he's so good. Because moving 10 is fast, but it's not that fast.
Okay, so since we're talking about Kragnos right now, let's talk about your list to Tacoma.
Nova. Yes.
Oh yeah, you didn't go to Washington, did you?
State. No, that I didn't.
You didn't go to that one. You went to Nova. Sorry, I apologize.
We did Edmonton and then Nova.
That's right. All right, so you went to Nova. Do you know what's an acronym?
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
North something, Virginia something. I can't, like, it's
I had
actually,
no idea. That makes sense.
Each
yeah.
letter stands for something, and I'm sorry, folks. You do an amazing job with your event. I know it stands for something. I just can't remember what it stands for.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And those combinations of letters spelled out Nova, and they were like, we're going to call it Nova, and I thought it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to launch the Nova Army list, Gaio. So that'll be list 1. I want to thank Gaio for coming out tonight. My man, he's on the wheels of steel in the back room. I'm going to put the man, the legend, the orange donkey. All right. You did an absolutely gorgeous paint job.
Oh, yes. I worked so hard.
So hard.
I worked
so hard.
So hard.
Yes, you worked so hard for
and
that.
you know who also worked really hard, but who didn't paint it? I actually have Anthony Trentinelli. I don't know who that man is, actually. But he also works very hard.
Anthony could paint.
Oh, he's a great, phenomenal painter.
Yeah.
He actually won best overall at Nova because combination of paint score. He went 4-1 as he had very good
and just a super nice guy.
Yeah, one of the nicest people.
And a super nice guy. So the orange donkey. All right, well, let's talk about what he brings to the table.
He's pretty good.
Is it 3d6 charge?
Yeah, it's 3d6 charge.
Yeah.
So anyway, in my opinion, now again, I don't know if it's a controversial take, but like I've said before, I don't think gargants are tough enough to just constantly grind against all the armies in the game, like armies like KO or. I mean, you name KO is rough, but I actually think gargants can beat KO. I beat KO at Nova once, and I actually had a chance when I lost in my semifinal game. But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So, again, the ability to project power is so important because the game I won, a lot of the games I win is that people think, oh, you just full send with Kragnos. Now, if my opponent makes a deployment mistake, yeah.
Sure,
I'll full send and I'll commit everything and
right.
lift half an army in turn 1. But what I do, especially against better players, is they don't make those deployment mistakes.
Not typical.
So I generally type to play a lot more cagey. And with this list, what I feel gargants does really well, especially with Kragnos, is I capitalize on mistakes so well. The second you have a positioning error, or you leave a unit out to dry, or I see something that I can capitalize on, because of him, I can instantly take advantage. Whereas I think without him, you just can't do that. Like you move fast, but it's not that fast.
No, it isn't. So the average on 3d6 is 10-11. Dice don't know fractions, so it's either roll 10-11 or an average.
Where he
with a
comes
combination
in,
of 10, that's 20-inch move.
Yeah, and with Broad, he has a prayer that either, so you roll and then you can pick one of 3 modes. All are very useful. One is +2 move, so again, even furthering my threat range. And what matters about that is
it's board wide, right?
Yes, board wide. That's
and it's all Sons.
All Sons. So it includes Kragnos, him, and many other gargants. Why that is so important is again, even furthering the threat range, and because gargants have a unique rule is especially when they charge, I can walk over things. So getting that extra 2 inches, it doesn't sound like a lot. But then when you roll that 3d6 and now I can leapfrog over something to get to a priority target, or I charge, power through somewhere at 12 inches, it comes in so clutch.
Doing a charge on 7 and doing a charge on 5 is a massive mathematical difference. Correct. 2 inches is huge, absolutely huge. So Kragnos adds to your obviously threat ranges.
Correct. And he also hits like a truck.
And he also hits like a truck, but you don't necessarily commit him. So he's usually almost a support guy.
Yeah, he actually usually is one of the last to fight. Usually.
Yeah. And I want to stress that. It's not a mindless push forward. It's always a super calculated.
Yes.
I've played against him now several times. I've seen many of his games. It's always a calculated commitment when you do throw him in. You also group.
Yes. So again, the way you beat gargants is you isolate a gargant. You try to.
Yeah.
Try to pick off one at a time. So the list I took to Nova is, so maybe I'll kind of go over the list more. Kragnos, obviously.
There's Kragnos.
We have King Broad.
I'm gonna put King Broad because this guy looks awesome. Here, let me put
I
Broad
also
right
worked
here.
very hard for that one.
Oh, you did work very hard for that. These models were not free.
Yeah, no, they were not.
They were not free.
They were not.
They were not free.
Funding his lifestyle. He's painting another one for me, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is.
Another Broad?
No, Beast Smasher. He's gonna give me a Beast Smasher.
Oh, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
So, War Stomper and Biggest Piggest.
We'll get to the other tech in the next little bit.
So,
this man, it was Kragnos the donkey, Broad,
a War Stomper.
a War Stomper, and a Beast Smasher.
No, and the Hogs.
Oh, and the Hogs. Okay, so it's three megs and then the Hogs.
Yeah.
All right.
Another list I had been kind of playing with before I stumbled upon the Hogs was Kragnos, War Stomper, and 2 Beast Smashers. That was the list I kind of first started playing Gargants with. But I had felt that Broad was just so good.
He's an amazing tech piece.
Yeah,
so he could give 2 inches of move.
Yeah.
The other
Plus
big
1
thing,
rend.
+1 rend.
Yeah.
More.
And
Heal.
Healing especially at the time where Tzeentch was quite popular.
Yeah.
Healing all the burning off, getting rid of all the -1 to wound.
Because again, it's board wide.
Board wide. Yeah. And just so good. He's immune to rampages. He hits hard. He's just kind of everything.
A lot of wounds.
Yep, it's 40 wounds as opposed to most
wounds.
Gargants, which are 35. So including Broad, I had the War Stomper, who is excellent against infantry.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna grab this War Stomper.
Yeah, and so so what I like to do is, because my sub-faction, I think it's called Breaker Tribe, I can't remember which of the tribes it's called, but basically what that does is when the Gargants are within combat range of each other, they get a 6-up ward.
Right.
And so my heroic trait is monstrously tough, so he is also 40 wounds like Broad. And so when you combine a 40 wound model with a 6-up ward, it's almost a 50 wound effectively.
Yeah.
So they are quite taking the list grinds very, very well. And when you attack Gargants, if you charge multiples at once, you start getting into activation issues.
Yes.
And if I'm able to swing before you can, it's a big problem.
And that's one of the reasons why you group.
Yes.
Everything supports. He's very, very careful about not isolating anything.
Yeah, unless I have to. Sometimes you have to, but
unless you have to. No, it's excellent. So again, it's the donkey, Broad, and a War Stomper.
And then the pigs. So this is kind of the little tech that I love. The Hurtland Hogs.
Hurtland Hogs,
The
indeed.
Regiment of Renown.
All right, we're gonna do it like that. Oh, I tried.
We tried.
All right, we'll do it. We'll start off with that big boy first.
We got there.
Okay, so this is one half of the Hurtland Hogs.
Yep.
What's cool about this guy?
So this guy, what I love about the regiment is it, again, adding some tech to an army that's historically known as just kind of like a sit there and thump it.
Yeah.
They are also fast, move 10. They don't benefit from Broad's Prayer, but that's okay. What I love about them is their rampages. So either pick, basically what they do is they have a unique they have a rampage where when they charge, they can instantly move D6 in the combat phase. So what I was using that for, and then also they build momentum, but I'll explain the momentum in a second.
Yep.
What I would do is I would, let's say, charge targets, and then D6 move out and just barely tag another unit to stop counter charges. You can charge D6 move to hit a priority. A lot of little techie things I was using.
D6 move to cap an objective.
I've did that too when we played our game.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So again, little techie things that Gargants don't normally have that help, in unique situations where you need it.
Yeah. This is also specific to Hurtland Hogs. By
Yes,
the way.
that
Iron Jaws does not have this. They have Mighty Destroyers, and that is cool because it happens in the hero phase,
Correct.
and that is either player's hero phase. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's not.
Yeah.
But the fact that this happens in combat
Yeah.
is so crazy because you can charge,
Yep.
clip a unit, just clip it, deny countercharge,
Yeah.
and now D6 move, unclip it, and that happens before they swing.
Yeah. Now you have to end in a combat. You
Yes.
can't just completely leave.
Yes.
But still, usually when the pig charges something, it's not usually too afraid of tagging one thing. It usually will clear.
Yeah, it's
it
durable enough too.
Yeah. So the key is, again, like so many times what I've done is, like if I play against like Safe to Darkness, a lot of times what they like to do is they like to keep everything together. You tag both with one, and then you get rid of the other so they can't countercharge. Anything like that.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely awesome. This guy also does another little thing. When he charges, he adds momentum to
charges
pigs.
and runs.
Yeah. And what does momentum do?
Right. So each pig has a momentum score. So how the momentum works is every time I charge, I add 1 momentum, or every time I run, I add 2 momentum.
Use a run ability.
Yeah, run ability. Actually, that's a very, very important distinction, and I'll
Yeah.
explain why. So how it works is the tusks, which are kind of the big damage, they're normally damage 2. I add a damage for each momentum I have. The max momentum is 3. So that means the tusks, 5 attacks could be 5 flat damage. So they actually hit about as hard as a gargant at max momentum for about half the points.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It is pretty awesome. This guy kicks out enough. Obviously, doesn't get any enhancements, but
he's quite good.
absolutely glorious. All right, so speaking of glorious and even more tech,
This
we
pig's
have
amazing.
the other half of the Hurtland Hogs, which is the Gouger.
Yes, this pig is amazing. Not quite as tanky or hitty as this pig, but what he lacks, and again, it's not much less damagey, but the tech with him is fantastic because he has the ability to make things fight last.
Yeah.
And gargants love when you fight last against them. It's amazing. So how he works is, if he makes a charge, and this also works with a counter charge, which is very important. I've done that a few times. I've counter charged.
Yep.
I roll a die and I add the momentum score. On a 5-up, makes the opponent fight last. At max momentum, that means on a 2-up, they're fighting last.
And when you get dogpiled by giants and you're striking
Yeah,
last,
you're probably
just
dead.
like,
Yeah, probably dead. Yeah. And the other thing I really like about this is that, and what makes it, I think, in my opinion, one of the best regiments in the game, it's very easy to build momentum, right? So another rampage that this pig has is that he can just Holy 12, every pig gain momentum.
yeah, as long as he makes a charge.
As long as he makes a charge.
Yeah.
And another very important thing that I do in, I'd say probably every game, a redeploy is a run ability. So when you redeploy on their turn,
Yeah.
build 2.
Yeah.
And then the second you charge, you're already at 3 on your turn.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
So you want to charge me when I'm on 3 momentum?
Yeah.
Can you lift
That's
me on that
another
first
thing.
swing?
Yeah, it's another thing too. Like I'll have a pig on a point, a 1 momentum, I'll redeploy him up to 3. It's like, you want to charge me now?
Yeah.
You better kill me.
Because if you don't,
Yeah.
So the list is, again, should be, Gaia, if you could put it up, the list is Kragnos, King Broad, a War Stompa,
and the pigs.
and then the Hurtland Hogs.
Yes.
Okay. This is what you took to Nova.
Correct. This was
And
Nova.
where'd you finish off of in
So
the
I
end?
finished 6th. It was about 150-ish people, I think. So I was
big
yeah,
crowd.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
I made the top 8 cut, which was good, and then
Which is awesome.
Yeah, made the top 8. Did pretty well, and I did. So I won my first game in the top 8, and then generally what they do is normally it's kind of like elimination style.
It's supposed
to be, but I think they made a slight error in BCP. So they accidentally made it kind of RTT style for the top 8. Now, you still got the ultimate winner at the end because it was 8 people.
Yes.
So, but generally I should have been playing for 3rd, 4th, but just the way it ended up, I finished 6th. But, and I'm still happy with that performance. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to do that well. Like, gargants are not really considered a meta army.
Well, don't downplay it. Don't downplay it.
No, it's a meme. It's a meme army.
Yeah, it's a meme army.
It's a meme
army. They hate you sometimes.
Just
You know
pure
that?
memes.
All right, so no, this you played it very well. Honestly, this list and army is absolutely amazing.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
It is. The threat ranges on it are just incredible.
It punishes mistakes very well.
Very, very well. And the output on these models are all pretty fantastic. It just really, really is. All right, so before we go into your next list, we got a bit of chatter on here. Any of them standing out? Well, it looks like Yuri's here.
Of course he is.
Yeah. He's all jealous because you took.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
I want to welcome Michael Greenstein to the actual chat. Hi, Mike. Mike here from your first match in Edmonton. Much success for you. Cheers. That was
man.
pretty awesome.
How's it going?
Michael, thank you very much for hopping on chat. Dan
It was a
Levine also.
Gargant, if I remember correctly.
Was it what?
It was a Gargant, yeah.
Huh?
We were both playing Gargants.
That's awesome. Dan Levine also in chat. Go put your Sky Dwarfs back on the shelf, Yuri. Oh yeah. Commenting on. Yes. So Yuri is now moving on to, of course, he went from Nighthaunt.
Not bad.
Yeah. He went from Nighthaunt to
To KO.
to KO.
He's always loved boats. Always.
He's always been a lover of boats. Always been a lover of boats. Okay, so what was your toughest matchups?
So for Gargants, I would say the hardest matchups are armies that have lots of shooting because of the change to all-out and so that was actually coming into 4th edition. I was initially kind of down on Gargants because I didn't think we fit the new GHB well.
Yeah, we had that discussion for
a few
just missions in general.
Missions were wide, and it's still a struggle with missions, but it is what it is. And again, the Hogs help having extra unit on the board. The loss of Prize Beast was pretty big, and the changes to all-out attack and all-out defense, I think, hit Gargants almost as hard as any other army in the game because I'm so few models, right? And all-out defense only working against one profile now, and all attack now making me -1 save for the rest of the turn, right? So if I don't like engaging multiple combats if I don't have to anymore because I just take way too much damage. But what I didn't foresee was because of it wasn't as big of a hit as I thought because with people taking more smaller units, they then have activation issues into me. And I know, and not all-out attacking, because there's very rarely mass. They might have one big unit, but there's a lot more MSU style. And so me not all-out attacking is not as bad because even their base profile is now kind of enough to finish those smaller units. Right. So it hasn't been as big of an issue. And because one thing I really struggled with Gargant's kind of end of the last GHB was like Slaves of Darkness. Because Chosen could just one tap, like just dead, right? And those, they're not all gone, but a lot of those, like Daughters of King can still be a struggle sometimes. But most of those kind of armies that were just taking big kind of Death Star-y, like multiple big hammer units, have all kind of moved to the wayside. Yeah. Not completely, but it, and I feel that's actually kind of helped Gargants right now.
Like KO.
KO is probably an outlier just because it's
right now,
yeah. KO is hard. Like it's winnable if the opponent makes a mistake. Like I said earlier, this army capitalizes on mistake, and that's what happened. So I played KO twice at Nova.
Right.
In my round 2, I won that game. I won because he made an error. He took a bad double, right? Yeah. And so, again, he made a mistake, and then I was just able to collapse and pick up the whole army.
He just made the wrong call.
Yeah, and then in the game I lost in the semifinals was against KO as well, and he did not make the same mistake. Yeah, but I actually had a chance. I had a chance in that game. I actually made an error, a bad error that I shouldn't have, and I don't know if I would have won the game, but the game was far closer than kind of the score entailed. And actually, the guy I played against, actually, he has a YouTube channel as well. He talked about the game on his channel. I think it's called like Onwards AOS, or I can't remember, but
Onwards AOS?
Onwards AOS, I think it's called. Jeremy Vessier, or maybe he has 2 channels. He has, I think, a channel with his name, just Jeremy Vessier, and one, I think it's called like Onwards AOS or something. Anyway.
Jeremy's into KO though, like.
Oh, he's a big KO guy. Like he's always, So yeah, he kind of talked about our game, and he kind of echoed the same sentiment that I did. That like, the score was like 70-35, but it was actually closer than the score entailed.
Because if you hadn't made the error, your score would have really
because his Sky Wardens are dead. He's already lost his boat. Like I killed the boat. I killed Brock. I made an activation error, which meant the Sky Warden survived. And but again, that happens.
Yep. I mean, as long as you feel like you played the game well, which you did. Yeah. You felt like you played an error, but you identified.
Yeah, I knew right away. The second I did it, I'm like, crap,
you're not blaming dice.
No. I mean, could there have been some rolls here or there? But
sure.
Like,
but I mean, you can't control that.
No, like it is what it is. Generally,
not like some of our audience controlling dice. Crazy kid. I won't bore you with the details. Yeah. All right, so Nova went very well.
Yeah.
You do not like shooting armies. Is there any other standout? Like, obviously, you're talking
Daughters
probably
of
the
Cain
most
is hard.
broken stuff, right?
Yeah,
so,
like
cities.
Cities is
Three
actually
cannons?
so. It's actually not as bad as I thought.
Really?
Yeah, because
I mean, you've picked up. You've definitely played cities before. We had one recording at a tournament.
I've played cities about 4 or 5 times now. I haven't lost yet. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible, I would say, because cities is more annoying than super high damage. Like the cannons hit, but like they're not taking down a guard. It's very hard for them to actually take
in
down
one
a
go.
guard in a
No,
turn.
no, they need two goes at it at least.
Yeah, like in the cannons and the cavaliers and that stuff. But like, I have found cities, while it's not an easy matchup by any means, I have much more success, I think, into cities than just because they struggle with lifting me, right? And again, I can pick up small pieces here. Now, the hardest part is actually the command core. The command core are just like
literally hard.
Yeah, like they're just so efficient, right? Like everything else, like I can kind of deal with. It's just when they run like 3 units of command. Weird as it sounds, he's pretty good into infantry, but he likes
When he
big
says
infantry.
he means war stomper.
Oh, War Stomper. Yeah. He likes big blobs of infantry.
Yeah.
And command core are only, I think it's 6 models or whatever. it is?
6, yes, because they can string out.
Yeah.
Like they are the perfect unit.
Yeah.
They have 3 wounds apiece. They can have a 5-up ward. They can have a
It's
3-up armor save.
they're
I making
4
that
up.
up?
They're 4 up.
4 up
base.
at least.
4 up base.
And they can string out because they're 6
They're
models.
6,
they don't
yeah.
have to worry about coherency.
Yeah, it's cities is if I can punch through, and again, if they make a mistake, that's usually how I win against the cities players. They make a positioning mistake.
Yeah.
And then I capitalize.
Yeah. So that's the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Is there any mid-table guys you're like, whoa, surprisingly really bad into this?
Cruel boys.
Cruel boys.
Oh yeah, Mossakills.
Mossakills,
Mossakills. Yeah, it's bad.
And you strike last.
Yeah. It's not even strike. It's the strike last. It's the no rampages.
It's the extra red.
It's all bad. Like
They dogpile pretty hard.
yeah, like it's not the more the more Mossakills they had, the harder the matchup gets. Like I've played against Cruel Boys when they've like had like only 2 units.
Yeah.
I can win. I've won those games. It's still like Cruel Boys. I think actually are very good. I think Cruel Boys are kind of in that next tier after the.
I was about to say,
kind of the big ones.
I'm not sure if Cruel Boys count as a mid-table
Yeah.
army at the moment, at present time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of the recording of this video, Cruel
Yeah,
Boys
I
are
would
not like a mid-table.
I would say another one that's rough. I would say I don't really have hard matchups army-wise. It's more
at that point.
I even player the map, right? For example, like Flesh Eater courts. I mean, if Flesh Eater courts, if they spam Beast Flayers, it's hard, but because again, and the anti-monster tech. But like playing Flesh Eater courts on 6 objectives is just hard to win. Because they recur from the sides, and I don't feel like I think every other army like I have game into like that. I don't ever go up and say, oh, this is bad. Like I don't think I can win. But yeah, I would. Other than kind of the top. Another one that might be hard is actually Slanesh, weirdly enough. Slanesh, yeah. And the reason is because they are as fast as me.
Oh, easily.
And they have the output.
Faster, even.
Yeah, and they have the output to take down a Gargant. That was one of my few losses at Nova.
So Slick Blades? Is that what you're saying?
No,
or?
it's the new soggy.
Yes,
is it
the beast, the
they,
Slangors.
So a unit of 6 of them, almost one-shot broad. I was like, oh. And you can't if you all out defense, they back up before you can attack. So you can't even hit them. So you either choose to all out defense and hope to survive, and then you can't hit them, or you don't all defense and pray to God. Yeah, because especially with Slanesh, they have that new Soggy subfaction, +1 rend outside their territory.
Yes.
So they're on the charge. Through I think they're 4s 2s, so they'd be not on attack. I think they're 3s 2s, rend 2, 3 flat damage each with, and usually you give them euphoric, so they're crit 6s.
And they can pop up from an edge of the board.
And
they do it at the end of enemy turn, so they get a chance to then move.
Exactly, and that's what happened.
Yeah. No, I could see that. Yeah, that could be out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Especially on such a low limit. Like you don't have a lot to zone.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, in that matchup, I made a mistake, and I think more so because like I hadn't played against them yet, looking back, I had some outs. Like what I should have done, and I didn't even think about this until after he deep striked them on my turn. Keep everything Holy 12 of Kragnos on my turn, because then if he wants to deep strike out 9, I can now 3d6 charge. So now you have to be super careful, because the slangers, they die. Like
Yes.
they
They're
die.
glass.
Yeah.
They're slant.
So now they have to be super careful about when they do their
Yes.
their deep
So if you're going to do it on my turn, you better be far away from me. Otherwise,
and
I'm
I
smashing.
didn't think of that in the moment because I hadn't really played against them yet. But now looking back, I'm like, oh, okay, I could have done that and could have maybe swung the matchup. So.
Interesting. Okay, so that was your Nova list.
Yeah.
You did absolutely fantastic at the actual event, but you came home and you were like, you know what? Maybe I can improve upon this.
No, I want to throw rocks.
Maybe we'll go out and improve upon
I want
this.
to throw rocks.
Let's. This guy's so different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this guy.
Yeah. I just want to throw rocks.
All right. So the adjustment. This is Rock City.
Yeah. Rock City.
Rock City, baby.
Rock City.
All right. So Rock City does some big adjustments, and the big adjustment is no Broad,
No Broad and no War Stomper.
no War Stomper, replaced by
2 Gatebreakers. 2 Gatebreakers. So the thing with Gatebreakers is, I mean, they hit like a gargants do. They're a little bit more consistent damage-wise, I'd say, versus like a War Stomper, which is excellent versus infantry, kind of
okay versus everything else. Yeah. So this is just good against everything.
It's just kind of good against hitting everything.
Yeah.
They have a very interesting shooting attack. So they get to throw a boulder, they get to throw a rock, hence the name Rock City. So I'm so smart. I'm so
smart.
So smart. So it's 1 shot, 3s, 2s, Ren 3, 4 flat damage. Now, I was very unimpressed with the Scourge of Gyran Gargant release. To say the least, it was a little underwhelming.
I thank God.
No.
No, I mean, if they got anything as hot as Daughters of Cain or
why
like,
can't I have nice things? Why can't Destruction have nice
welcome
things?
to
I
Destruction.
thought we were Team Is this what it feels like?
welcome
This
to
what it feels like to be the hated stepchild?
Hey man,
of
at least we got Kragnos.
Yeah, it's true. We got the
Right when that orange donkey gets nerfed, the faction will be wiped out. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
That's a great design.
Yeah.
Great design. All right, back up.
Back to this. So, one of the cute sub-factions they got there was called Manskittle Mob. I love that name, Manskittle.
It is a great name.
Great name.
It is a great name.
It allows, so you get to pick 2 big gargants and as many little gargants as possible. They get to double their shooting output. So now I get to throw 2 rocks with each big gargant.
But you're not taking in little guys though.
I am not. I tried it with the little guys. The problem is the shooting hits on 5s with the little guys, and it's like, okay, I get 1 extra hit at Ren 1, D3. Like I didn't think it was worth it.
And
like,
they're fragile.
Yeah, and like, see, if I'm not a big fan of the babies. I'm just saying, if they were a 4-up save instead of a 5-up, now I think we're talking, because then they could actually be somewhat useful, survivable on objectives still, because they're OC 10. You know, it's not nothing. And they're not,
definitely not.
Yeah, they're not terrible hitters, but the 5-up save, they just die to anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's crazy what a 1-point difference does.
Yeah.
Just nuts.
Yeah.
So you flipped over to Siege Breakers.
Yeah.
So you forgo the tech,
Correct.
but it does actually give you other tech.
Yeah, so now I actually have ranged output.
Yeah.
My previous list, the one I took to Nova, has no range whatsoever.
So what's the range of the rocks?
18 inches.
18 inches. You have a 10-inch
10-inch
move.
So 28-inch effective threat range. So between both gargants, it'll be 4 shots total, 3s, 2s, Ren 3, 4 flat damage.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So good for picking off heroes, small chaff units, screens.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him do this before, where he chucks the rocks, just devastates the screen in front, and all of a sudden the guy is now out in the open.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of screens in AOS,
Yeah.
because generally speaking, all the units in AOS are fairly expensive. Most armies can't afford screens, -1 or 2. So there's never a lot in there. To be able to just...
Yeah. And it also helps like deal with small problem units. Like a lot of times what will happen is people will just forget that gargants have shooting and they'll leave the little hero kind of out in the open, or even like they'll think, oh, guarded hero, but then I'm within 12 and I chuck 4 rocks and the hero's just dead.
Is just
red,
dead.
3, 4,
Oh, but I'm -1 to hit. Okay,
That's
cool.
fine.
I'm hitting on 4s. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Or I'll even all attack for them to go back to 3s.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I've
yeah,
done
yeah.
it before. Like for super important heroes.
Yeah.
And again, like a lot of times what people like to do, it's because generally the tactics I usually run is treasures and restless.
That's intercept and recover.
yes, treasures, recover, and restless.
Yeah.
A lot of times what
Restless
they like
energy.
to do.
Sorry.
Fine,
It's okay.
Fine,
You're the pro guy, so it's fine. You don't need to know all these details. Let's
fine,
make it
it's
happen.
fine, it's fine.
I take stuff.
Yeah. So generally what a lot of people like to do is they like to put treasures on like teleporty units or little heroes in the back.
And the heroes in the
right?
back
And
are the most
sometimes
popular
then they'll
choices,
try to
yeah.
kind of like, and they'll put them to the board and make it hard for me to score that.
Yeah.
But with this actually gives me a way to throw rocks and, you know, get
Reach out.
those hard treasures that originally were more
Probably the coolest part about the shooting is how much tech you potentially deny your opponent.
Yes. Yes, that's another good point.
And that's what's so amazing about it. Because a lot of those little heroes are super important, super critical, and they're dead is a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that unit's not getting a 5-up board, or
Yeah,
all of a
or
sudden
the +1 to hit's gone,
or-
-1 to wound, or
yeah, it is,
whatever it is. Yeah.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
How you liking it? It's a big shift.
It's just a lot different.
Yeah.
Not nearly as resilient as my last list because, like I said, with the 40 wounds each and the 6-up ward, far tankier. So I'm sacrificing some tankiness for some range shooting and tech, I'd say. I've only played a couple games with it. Sorry, actually 4 because I went to 1 tournament in my game against you. It's good. Still trying to get the feel of it though. It's a lot different.
It is a big drop. Like you're talking 80 wounds to 70, so 10 less wounds in the list.
Yes, 10 less wounds.
10 wounds and
also loss
no
of
heal.
No heal and no ward. So it's significantly less tanky.
Yeah. But the reach, being able to reach out and just touch hard.
Yeah, I also think this list though.
You said it's neg 3, right?
No, so they're
Neg
neg 2 base.
Neg 2.
They're
Okay.
neg 2. So this list I think has a better go turn than this list in terms of output because my artifacts and heroic trait are purely offensive based. Right. So in this list, my artifact is the extra callous feet, so it does help the War Stomper.
Yeah.
But his monster tough is for tankiness and survivability.
Yeah.
My artifact and heroic trait in this list is just pure for like go. Both are once a game. One is +1 to hit aura, so it gives everything +1. Not the pigs. Pigs are also on the list. Can't go anywhere with the biggest pigs.
No.
+1 to hit, so it'll work for Broad. Sorry, not Broad. Kragnos and both Gatebreakers. And one of the Gatebreakers also has once a game +2 attacks on all his profiles. Also gives him -1 save, but I'm hoping the thing is dead.
Yeah.
So the -1 save. So this go turn, giving everything +1 to hit, so they're all attacking, and the +2 attacks means like I have 1 turn of just totally insane output. So.
And it is insane.
Yeah.
It is an enormous amount of damage. Oh my God, when you're striking last and you have 2 towers.
They've also got
front of
a
you.
very cute combat phase ability where if the opponent's near terrain, you just ping mortals.
It's not cute at all. It's
it's
actually
pretty
quite
good.
It's good. So he picks a terrain that's within combat
once
within
per turn.
3.
Yep, once per. So it doesn't work with both. I only get to pick one, but
And
still.
then it's bad D3 mortal
Bad
wounds.
D3.
To everything that's within
All
3 as well.
non-monsters.
Within 3 as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So he picks a terrain, and that could just be a huge area.
It could.
All of a sudden getting bad D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Being scattered about. It's not a spell.
Nope.
There are no other rolls for it, I don't think.
Don't think so.
You just have to roll
Yeah.
for each unit.
Correct.
That's it. It just happens, right? That's absolutely fantastic. All right, well, we are near the end, but before I do that, I want to welcome Spencer. Working on painting my big pigs now. Thanks for all the great bat reps. Oh, man, you're a sweet man.
Welcome
Thank you so
to
much.
the Church of Biggest Piggus.
Biggest week, exactly right.
Welcome to the church.
I love this
love
unit.
them.
I love this unit. I just wish my Iron Jaws was as good as the.
Oh, and once a game,
know.
Impact Mortals, baby.
Why don't these pigs
have impact? I don't understand.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Why do you do this to me, GW? God dang it, man.
How this does not have Impact Mortals is beyond me.
I mean, they did it out of balance, and I'm not saying
But
they're
is it-
wrong. Just
Yeah.
you pay more points.
Yeah, I guess.
That's right. You just pay more points. Just make them good. I don't
Make
like
them last points.
Just make them last points.
Last
Last points.
Last points. Yep.
All right. Right now, you're going to be sticking with Sons. You're going to be going to
Yes.
a couple of RTTs in the area. We are
Yeah.
holding a AOS tournament this coming Saturday. That will be pushing out on stream at roughly about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, savings time. I don't know, whatever. So that'll be happening this Saturday. Sabetti will be there. I will be making fun of him as much as I possibly can, but not right now.
It's been very tame.
I've been really super calm.
Really
I think.
tame.
I think
I know it's burning you on the inside.
that's pretty.
To be honest, I don't even know where I am right now.
Shut the
Like,
heck
I
up.
haven't been made fun of in like
Oh.
a good 30 minutes.
What are you talking about? I love you, kid. All right, so with that all out of, I think we're done. Can you think of anything else?
No, I don't think so. Just again, thanks for having me. Hopefully everyone found this somewhat informative.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know, if you're
For sure.
interested in gargants, you know, kind of my thoughts on where they are, and you know, I think they're a good. No, sorry, they're a meme army. Bad
They're
army.
meme.
Yes, give us
Meme
buffs,
army.
please, GW.
Me,
Buff us.
Mary. Okay,
Yes.
shut the heck up. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Thank you for this man for joining me. Thank you for our live studio audience. Woo! And with
Best
that-
Franco in the house.
Not best Franco. Favorite Franco.
And you know, your best and favorite today.
no.
take that.
Best is the title, and that's
That's
his
right.
brother.
He has the cup.
He's
to
earned
prove
his
it.
brother.
He has the cup to prove it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us. For right now, we're going to sign out. Folks, have a phenomenal evening, morning, afternoon, wherever.